Hey, what up? All right, so hopefully everybody is. Let me just fix that. So hopefully everybody is good, well rested. Some of you probably woken up, have already done something else, and you're now joining in on my life. What up, though? Okay, so today we're gonna go right back to the basics. Sunday being, in a sense, ground zero. It's day one for me. Then as we progress, by the time we get to day number 7, 14 at this point, then you get the next movement challenge, and the movement challenge is combining everything I've did and every video underneath Movement Guru Quarantine. So if you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. Constantly practice, constantly train it. I'm only always going to build up. Okay. Wasn't sure which side you wanted to be on. Okay. You can go. Come on, skis.
Hi.
Okay. So I almost lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not you. Okay. So definitely check out all of those videos. Okay. And really push yourself. Wake up, train, and keep moving. So today we're going back to the basics. Anytime you start training, never forget or let go of the basics. Okay. So step 1. These my deadlifts.
I got my new cakes on. See my new cakes?
I mean, I'm not getting paid for this stuff. Like
I didn't advertise them. I just said my new cakes.
these ones. All right. So a good way to start out, you have sitting ready, legs straight out, arms straight out, feet pointing up to the ceiling. It's not that you want to really flex it and bring them towards you. You just want them right up to the ceiling. Really aim. On those goes, like when you do this on your own, I'm not always going to be there to say go. On those goes, the aim, contract in your stomach to really suck everything in. Bring your legs in as fast as you possibly can. What? Ready. Go. Ready. Go. Ready. Go. Ready. Now each time, I'm gonna face like quasi. I'm doing like an angle so you can kind of see how my body moves. So as each time as you go back, what happens with my shoulders is I'm actually lifting up. So as I lift up, it creates space for my legs to get in. Okay. So always create space and allow your body to move. Don't just try to do something. You're gonna cause yourself to try to do more work if you're just like. There's just no point in that. High lift in that shoulder, always at arch. High lift in that shoulder. This way it brings everything up. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go. There you go. Ready? Go. Again, ready? Go. Are you practicing that high lift? Ready? Go. Ready? Go. Okay, keep it here. What you're now going to do is from right here, you're going to slide your feet out. Don't move yet. You're going to slide your feet out and then bring it right back in. So you're not going too far. It's like, in a sense, an inverted sit-up, really. So you're here. I'm going to step over this way so you can still see that high arch every time I bring the legs in. Bring it out. Just slow. Bring it. Let it out. Back in.
Maybe I should just have my socks on and not my shoes.
Yeah, fine. I mean, I can do this in my sneakers.
I'm doing a moderated version for those of us who are. I don't need to speak about what we are. But
All right. So yes, you can see what mom. So mom can't do too much, so she's doing what she can do. So if you're at a level where you have to take things slow, definitely watch my mom kind of on that angle. This way you can see how she's going versus how I'm going to go. Okay? So we're still out, by the way. Bring it in. And it doesn't matter, you can do this on socks, you can do this with shoes, you can do this barefoot. In the hip hop tutorial, I talked about being light, putting all your weight on one spot of your body so that everything moves. So as of right now, my weight, for most of my students, I do the find your balance. Most of my weight is actually on my tush, Right. There you go. So if you can do this, right, that's all I'm doing. I'm actually finding my balance, sliding out, and then I'm bringing it back in. Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay, here we go. We're in. Out. High lift to come back in. Really bring your chest to it. You got 3 more. Don't give up on me. Let's go. Out. High lift back in. 2 more. Out. High lift back in. And out. High lift back in. Okay, from right here, you're going to fold down. Bring your elbows into your knees. Some of you are a lot more flexible than I am. Plus, I have not stretched this stretch in a while. So yeah, elbows here, hands, grab ankle. Never grab your toes. That'll actually mess up your feet. Grab your ankles, elbows go in, and you want to bring your chest or your shoulders towards your toes. This way it causes your arms to naturally go out or expand out.
I remember when I was younger, I used to be able to put my forehead past my toes on the floor.
It seems like you actually still will be able to do that if you keep going, like stretch-wise.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there for all of us who are at that certain age and we can remember the things we used to do while this young kid says.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, he's not a kid because a kid is a baby goat, and he used to always tell me that when he was a baby. While this handsome young man acts like we're all in that age group.
I mean,
that age, that size range.
Size don't matter.
It won't after a while.
I mean, size. I can show you some videos.
Oh, I've seen them. I've been impressed with them. They be moving around at 400, 500, 600 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not dumb.
All right. Keep standing down there. Keep standing down there. Don't change it. All right. Now you're gonna move your elbows up. So slide it up. Never just abruptly move your hands. Slide it up. Come around. Close your legs. Okay, from right here, we're now going to roll to our belly, like flip to our belly. Cool. There you go.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm going to regret this in the morning.
I like how it is. All right. Hands here. Don't worry, we're not doing push-ups.
Oh, good. I was concerned just now.
Seal arch.
Why do we call this a seal arch?
It varies. Some people call it a banana. Some people call it a seal arch. But most of the seal, like when you see a seal, when we was
I think that when I was growing up, I think this was called the cobra.
See, there's so many names. So.
So where should my arms be since I'm doing a modification? Are my hands in the right space?
Lay back down. Slide your wrist back more. There you go.
But laying here feels so much better than the arch part.
Okay, while you're in this pose, squeeze the tush, push your pelvis down. So you can actually see my pelvis. Right now it's up, but when I squeeze, it's going down. So you have to squeeze your tush to actually put that stretch in your lower back.
So we know I have pelvic challenges.
No.
So
I'm always going to check on you because I know there's a lot you cannot do. So
I'll go back to doing it. So if he's holding it too long because he's talking and he's doing it and he's forgetting that people like us are on the other end, just relax yourself and then go back to it as he talks.
I mean, my students have no choice. They got to hold it.
Oh, yeah, students. What I say is not for you. It's for the parents, the guardian, the person that's older than you that can sign your report.
All right, slide it back. I'll even use yoga terms right now. It's a child's pose.
Should my legs be open or closed?
That part right now doesn't matter. It can be closed.
It should be closed.
It should. I mean, in the same position you were when you were laying down. So whatever your natural spacing was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna come right back down, but the way we're gonna go through is we're gonna keep ourselves close to the floor. My forearms are on the ground. Bring yourself through. Boom. There you go. Irish back up. Pelvis into the ground, really squeeze. Now remember, every time you do something, do not lose control of your body. or focus when you've lost control officially. Okay, keep pushing. Keep pushing. This one's a lot shorter than the last. Contract in the belly, tush goes back. We only got one more.
Ooh.
Okay, passing through the forearms. So for those of us in moderation, you pass through your forearms. For this one, I want you to try to increase, for those of you who are not doing the moderation part, try to increase yourself. So instead of actually putting your forearms down, you're just going to bring yourself up. My elbows are still up if you can see it. And I just peel my elbows to the sky, off the ground. That's good. And then you're going to arch right back up, squeezing in. As you go up, begin to squeeze. So don't like get up there and then squeeze. As you move, squeeze. And this is even shorter than the last. Pull it back. And walk your hands closer to your feet. Water break. Do you have water? I'll go get you water.
I promise not to tell embarrassing stories about you while they're breaking.
Mm-hmm.
He's really a good guy. He really is. We just sat here in a moment of silence.
I mean, moment of silence is good. All right, so that was a good warm-up of your arms. If done correctly, you should feel a little bit of it in your lower belly. The lower belly part happens if you squeeze your pelvis correctly. Yeah, we haven't really attacked the legs yet. That was just arms and core. In this moment, remember, you always want to warm up your body first, and then you stretch second. Okay? So now it's time for the stretch. Still going to stay down. Remember, today is kind of a basic day, so it's not going to be too crazy, but there's always a challenge toward the end. Okay, so sitting straight out, feet toward the sky. Put your hands on your quads first. Now walk it up to your knees. This is how you build into that stretch. Then you have your calf, so you also get like human anatomy lesson. Middle of the calf, bring your chest down. So watch how I brought my chest down, my elbows bent down. Now a good way, a way of thinking when you do this is you want to straighten your legs. So you really want to force that straight. And since you're on the floor, it shouldn't be, a lot of you are hypermobile, which means your foot will come off the ground when you do it.
Hyperextension.
Dance-wise, we call it hypermobile. So when your leg is straight, you want it straight, but you don't want your heel to come off the floor. Okay, so hands at the middle of the calf, bring your shoulders down. This one you can have a little arch because your aim isn't to straighten out. You can have an arch, straighten your leg, with your hands, pull yourself and your elbows down. There you go.
Where should I feel the stretch at?
It's going to vary depending on where your stretch is, but slightly in your calf.
Okay.
For this version. It might come a little bit up to the hamstrings, but it's more slightly for your calf. Okay, now you're going to take that from the middle of your calf and go to your ankle. Again, pulling those elbows down.
I feel this more in the hamstring.
That's what it varies. The lower you go, the higher it'll get. I mean, the further out you go, the higher it'll get. Now, my arms in this just rose, right? So the whole part was to pay attention to where your arms actually are. So really bring it down, hold.
So that just made me lightheaded, holding it for so long.
Mm-hmm. Shake out your legs. Okay. Bend them in slightly. Ooh. Flex your feet. Grab your toes. And you want to bring your toes toward you and think about taking the heel of your foot and pushing it out.
Can you push my toes up for me, please? Okay.
You really got to break in those shoes.
No, I gotta break out the fat.
That's priceless. All right, going it up. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch our legs out while we're holding this. So there's a point where you're pretty much gonna want to let go, but try not to. Bam. Put it down. Bam. Put it down. I said there's a point you're gonna want to let it go. Try not to.
The moderate version. He's still trying to make me do his version. See what I'm saying?
I said there's a point you're gonna want to let go. Try not to.
Remember when he left? I said he really is a good guy, right? Okay, but watch what he do with his mouth.
Remember how she couldn't reach the toes at the beginning? Bam, toe reached. I win.
Well, mine's a bit.
I mean,
I
keep
win.
those straight. You can turn your toes
I can't.
up.
I'm doing the moderate version. If I keep mine straight and yours is straight, what's moderate?
There is no.
This is still a stretch. I feel it in my lower back. I feel it right here inside my inner thighs. I'm feeling it. My feet is.
All right, let's get it. Now on your knees. Don't just stay in one position.
Okay. We'll leave that alone. Okay. We sit on our feet?
Yes. Okay, on this one, we're gonna go back into the push-up position. Well, I'm referring to the very first one we did, very first tutorial we did. All right, keeping your arms straight. Knees on the ground. You're gonna take your right leg first and just stretch it straight back. Tighten your stomach. On the basics, every time you train the basics, you want to drill the smallest parts of your body. If you can control the small parts of your body, you then control every part of your body. Understanding exactly where they are, I'm going to turn on a slight angle so that you can see. Boom. When I'm here, I don't drop in my stomach. My body stays straight. My leg is straight. My leg is locked. My shoulders are staying over my wrists. Do not let that change. This is very simple. You're just trying to get into it. Now we're going to switch. So you bring in that knee, make sure it's even with your left leg, and then stretch the left leg out. Do you think you actually have that good alignment while you're here? Find it when it's easy, because when it gets hard, your body's going to want to give up. So try your hardest not to give up. You're a lot stronger than you believe. Hold it.
Can you check to make sure I'm right? Because it seems like your arms are away from your body more than mine are. And I get it that you're taller than me, but I'm just making sure I'm
Away from my body?
Yeah. Am I the correct spacing of my arms? Should I be more this way or more that?
Straight line there. There you go. That's it. Straight line with your shoulder and your wrist.
Okay.
Okay, once you have that straight line with your shoulder and your wrist, so remember when your hands touch the floor, your hands become your feet. So your wrist becomes your ankle, your elbow becomes your knee, and your shoulder becomes your hip. So, rule of balance, hip over knee, knee over ankle. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up both of those legs. Not at the same time, we're gonna build up on it. Always build, don't just rush. Okay, right leg, straight out. Tighten that stomach as we bring out that left leg. Hold.
I didn't see that one coming. Okay, so I'm doing the moderate version. I'm on my knees.
There's no knees. No knees. That's the whole point of this one. All right, so here we go. I told you, no knees. No knees. You want it, you got to get it. So this is how we're going to get it. There you go. That's right there. Right there, that was it. So even if, which I told people, I don't care. Failure is okay, giving up is not. So I really want you to remember that. Failure is okay, giving up is not. Your body has fail points. I always say stretch to your limit, train toward your limit, find where your limit is, and then the next time you train to surpass that. So when you're here, if you get up and this is like what you got and then you drop back down, that's perfectly fine. What I'm going to tell you to do, much like I saw, is make sure that as you go down, you don't bend in your elbows. Your entire thing is to make sure that your arms can maintain that pressure. So when you bring your legs back down, keep your arms as possible. Something has to stay controlled. So keep your arms as straight as possible and then get back up and then go back forward, okay? But I'm going to get back into this. Okay, if you didn't drop, I don't forget. I talk to my students and keep going.
I'm talking about for the parents. Who's on right now?
I don't know. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect. Oh, okay. That's what's been going on so far with YouTube.
Oh.
So there's times I had to go to Facebook Live because YouTube wasn't working.
Probably because so many people are using it, especially with it being Sunday, because I see a lot of churches are doing YouTube videos for sermons because they can't have church.
I mean, it's not my first Sunday doing this stuff.
Yeah, but this is the first Sunday that most churches are going live because it was now said that not even 10 people can be in a building. So churches are closed. And so that's how I ended up seeing my cousin. Shout out to Pastor Meshach in Florida. Loved your sermon today. Think my friend Tracy Snyder, Pastor Tracy Snyder was on.
Okay.
And
I think we're now reconnected. Okay, so sorry about that. YouTube gave me a message that it disconnected. So, all right, let's jump back in, okay? Here we go. Straight out. Let's do this one more time. Find your limit. You drop, but keep your arms straight as you drop. Control your legs, tighten your stomach as much as you can. Right leg goes out, always build up. Left leg goes out, keep that built up, tighten up, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes.
He's just trying to get me back for
all this can make it work.
Can kids ever let anything go from a child? I'm sorry. Can children ever let anything go from their childhood?
All right, we got 3 more.
You said that was the last one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The more we go, we build up to 5. So we always do
5 what?
sets of 5. 5 sets.
Doing this 5 times and
Yes.
you count into a number?
Yes. So we only got 3 more.
Is this going towards a push-up?
I mean, push-ups don't happen in the day, but yes. You asked, I'll do one. Okay, here we go. Right leg. Remember, always build up. Don't just rush in. Left leg. You're building up to find the small parts of your body you can control. This is 10. 9.
I did too.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Drop it back down. Find your limit, surpass it. And the last one, you actually made it to a 5 count.
I know.
Okay, so
I'm
all
the
this,
moderate version.
I mean, even if you like stop at 5 when I counted from 10, which means you still did 5, is like push. And in many of the tutorials, I'm live, so if I mess up, you see it. I'm tired and I'm still going. Like, don't give up on yourself. Push, continue to push. Okay? Here we go. 2 more. Shoulders over the wrist, elbows straight. Make a straight line lean. I was about to say way too much just now. Right leg out, left leg out. We're in there. Do not give up. Don't worry, I'm not going to go to 20. I'm still at 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure your head does not drop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. We only got 1 more. Shake out your wrist if you're feeling it. Standard exercise I have you do. You interlock your fingers. Roll the wrist. For some of my students, I call it flapjacks.
Do you hear your bones snapping in there? Because I do hear mine.
Go the other way. We only got 1 more. Let's really make it count. This one's going to be pretty simple. Each time, Find something new in yourself. Every time you do the same thing, look for something new. Don't just get too comfortable with, okay, this is how it goes. There's a martial art saying where a person goes to a teacher and the teacher looks at him and says, no, this is wrong, this is wrong. And the student says, I've been doing this for so many years. And the teacher says, you've been doing it wrong for so many years. So every time you train something, look for something new. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing. Even as a martial artist, masters continue to not stop. Okay, come on. Let's get it. Last one. Let's make it count. Is it minor in this one? So step with me. Build. Build. Slight bend in your elbow. Boop. Mini bend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And instead of going down, bring your knees in.
Yeah, I'm right here. One knee is up, the other one is still down.
You can bring, so for you, you can have it, float it further back. Just try to lift your knees slightly off the floor.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's where you're at?
Yeah, that's where I'm at, one knee up.
Okay, then you can keep them down. All right, for us, we're gonna go out and then we're gonna bring it back in. For the moderate, the only thing I want you to get used to doing from right at this point is going 1, 2. Okay? For me, 1. Okay? So when I say out, that's how you get it. Out. That you're out.
Oh, I thought this was out, no?
1, 2, out.
But yeah, we're not doing
Your
that.
arms getting tired now?
That and yeah, my balance.
Okay. And out.
Hey, that could be the moderate version, look.
Yeah,
When
no.
you start, when you start here, the knees is here, and then when you say out, you take them back further.
No, because that doesn't do anything.
But I can feel it in my stomach.
It's not about the stomach.
Oh, for me it is.
When you, so here's the one thing with me, when it comes to training, if you take one thing out, you then mess up everything else. So push-ups, work on your arms, your core, and your legs. As long as you work on your core, you're basically working on your legs and your arms anyway. But push-ups definitely work on arms, core, leg, and body awareness. If you are doing this version, you're taking one thing out. It's going to be so much easier for people to do a lot of push-ups this way. Well, I'm still doing it the correct way there. A lot of push-ups this way. And after a bit, yeah, you're going to start to get tired. But when you get here, that one done correctly should already be that straight. You're not putting gravity on you. You're allowing gravity to be cut short on how much of your body it takes up. So if your knees are on the ground, you don't have that much gravity that's actually on your hands. If you're 150 pounds, right, you want to be able to control yourself. So give your arms that 150. And still, it's basically still cut in half because you still have 4 points, but never cut one thing off. Keep going.
So what about if your weight is not in the 150?
Your body can still control you. That's the whole point. When I said if you can go up and then go right back down, if you're here and then that's it, but you got there. You don't have to hold it out there as long as I did, but get there. One thing, your body goes through stress. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. Right? Positive stress, your body goes through stress. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. As long as you actually give your body that challenge, it'll step to it. And here's a message for you, because nobody should be doing anything right now. It's a message for you. In life, you're going to hit things that will make you upset or things that will take your focus away from you, right? But I want you to know that your body, when it goes through stress, it gets stronger because it went through it. So never give up. Continue to push yourself, find your limit, and then surpass it. Here we go. We're on the ins and outs. For right now, we'll start in. Okay? We're only going to do 3 more. Out. In. Now remember, for those of you that are doing the 1-2s, 1-2 and right back in. Don't wait for me to say in. out. One more. Out. In. Okay. Stand up. You can stand up your way. Okay, you can shake out your arms. Water break.
I thought we needed the towel right away. I didn't know we was doing flats. Okay. When you said mats, I thought we were doing some body stretches.
We will, but I always warm up the body before the stretch. I was about to say it's just an easy day.
It's okay. I'm a student. I'm learning.
12:07.
But I'm tired.
I mean, you got up, you got out, you did stuff. Okay.
Fill the lungs with real fresh air.
All right.
What we doing now?
All right, so hopefully everything starts. Today is all low center of gravity work.
Oh, who?
Low center of gravity.
Okay.
So we're not going to be up. And Tuesdays, I said Tuesdays. Yeah, Tuesdays, because Monday is hip hop. So in Tuesdays, we're going to be up a lot. So warm up your legs and prepare to drink a lot of water. Always stay fluid. Okay, on this next one, we're now going to actually pick up the pace of what we've been doing. Okay? Whew. How good are you with mountain climbers? Or bicycles, I think they call it for you.
No, I don't like mountain climbers.
Okay.
Bicycle is on your back. Mountain climbers is on your hands and knees.
Right. How good are you with mountain climbers? Not good?
I'll attempt them.
Okay. Now, I want to know before we get to it, because it's the third thing we're going to be doing. But we're on our tush for this one.
So for people my age that have some health challenges, I did take some pain medication earlier today, this morning, to get it in my system. So as I do this, it doesn't hurt as much later on. Just put that out there.
Okay. Sure. Hopefully, some will end up joining on. Some will end up watching the videos later. Okay. When you're doing something, I'm going to go to one set number. I always say do things in increments of 5. So if I'm counting to 10, still try to just push yourself to 5. Each time, push yourself to 5. The next time you watch this video, push yourself to 6 at that point. So start out with 5 and then increase by 1 or increase by increments of 5. Okay? Choice is yours, but definitely let your base be 5. Okay, so now here, I normally do find your balance, so let's get to that. Legs straight out again, hands open. Always remember to have a flexed wrist as much as you can flex it. Flexed wrist, palms open. Heel of your palm matter and the fingertips matter. You want to be able to shift your weight between the heel of your palm and the fingertips. So I'm going to say drive the heel of your palm into the floor first, which should give you that lift, and then place your fingertips on it, which should give you that balance like a tripod. I think I have to slide my hands a little bit further back. If you find that you cannot move, then slide your hands a little bit further back. Okay?
So you should be able to move?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, from right here, you want to lift your legs straight up. Your hands are still going to be your balance. Now remember, for you, if this is as high as you can get, that's perfectly fine.
Oh, wait a minute, but they got to stay straight?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to skip that one.
Show me where you're at. I accept.
Okay.
I accept. All right, this isn't the official, so, okay, I see what you asked. So this isn't the official one where your legs have to stay straight like this. This one, your legs can be slightly bent, especially for what's about to happen, okay? So bring it up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Okay, on this one, I'm going to always count to 10 at this point. This way I can get that challenge in. You trying to push yourself to 5. Go back up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I like that. You definitely got right back up as soon as you dropped down.
Well, I do that. I learned you can take quick second breaks and get back in there, still continue to try to do the countdown. So if I don't do 5 and I end up doing a total of 7, I still did more than 5.
So take that into you. You drop. My students know already, but for the new ones, you drop. Get right back up. Don't just stay there. Okay, here we go. Let's get it again. Up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, what you did was you were able to find that balance with the 3-point contact. The aim of actually finding your balance effectively, no contact. Yeah, okay. So the aim of actively finding your balance is no contact on your hands. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use our hands first. Always have a prep when you're building up. You're going to bring it up.
So what muscles are we using in this?
And you're out. You can. So now the thing.
What muscles are we using was my question.
This one will be your lower abdominal.
Okay, because that's where I was feeling that.
I'm big on your lower abdominal. If you can control the lower abdominal, you control your balance.
When we found out how we could sleep like this, maybe my lower abdominal will go back into quicker.
Okay, and I'll say this in every tutorial, there are some people that will say that it's only one muscle called your rectus abdominis. Yes, it is one long muscle, but on the sides of that, you have little different abdominal structures. I have an 8-pack. The top 2 is from everything I've done with the upper body. The bottom 2 is everything I've done with my lower body. So when you really isolate different things and how you move, it's how you develop the different squares, basically, on your abs.
So you have an 8-pack?
Yes.
-16.
We'll get you there.
We'll find it.
Actually, you got 2.
I got a 2-pack.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right, let's get it. So now here's that.
I want to tell the truth how I got the 2-pack, but it's okay. I got it no matter how I got it.
Got it though.
Okay.
All right. So now as you bring your legs up, you're gonna bring your hands out. Now this is something. Remember, everything ties into one. So I'm always gonna reference dance, martial arts, and gymnastics. So when you bring your legs up, your shoulders have no other choice but to come up. Okay. I said it in one of the tutorials, not a live one, but the common mistakes martial artists make. When they do a side kick, they're leaning so far and their shoulders are going past their hips. You always want your shoulder over your hips. So think of it like that. So if my legs are coming up, that means my hip bone is changing in its direction. So that means I now have to bring my shoulders up. If you're back here and you go to pick up, you're gonna fall back. And I got balance. I have to adjust. Okay? So as you pick up, bring yourself up to find that balance. Don't let it drop.
Okay, so I can do that, but I have to hold on to my knees in order to.
If you gotta hold each time, just
because eventually, well, I can show you this because eventually I'll be able to do that
See?
a little longer. But
yeah, so
this
just
is the
you just
moderation for
well, what you just
this
did.
group.
So you came out here, and then when you saw you were about to fall, you brought it back in. That's what I want you to do. There you go. Okay, now
I
again.
shouldn't have showed him that just now.
But you do realize I caught you already. You were like, I could do that.
I know, but
See? Okay. So here we go. All right. So every time I'm counting down from 10, you try to push yourself to 5. Let's get it. Legs up first. Always have that prep when you're just trying to train the basics. Raise your hands. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes.
so a little thing about me when I was, I'm used to be a dancer. I also did a little bit of martial arts. I also skateboarded. Sound familiar too? Yeah. So just getting back into shape from recovering from surgery and car accidents and things of that nature. So I got to do it slow, but can't use an excuse not to try to keep the mental and the physical as well as the spiritual while we are doing our social distancing and can't go anywhere. So take this time, do it slow, but do it.
All right. 4 more.
1 more. All right. So what do we call you while you're teaching?
I'm just biscuit for right now. If it's martial arts, then it's sensei, but.
Okay.
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You only got 3 more. Everything for right now is going to be at 10. Sundays will always be drilling basics. Throughout the week, we just build. Okay, so it never hurts to always review your basics. Let's get it. Up, set, prep, legs, hands. Now while you're here, try to bring your shoulder closer to your knees. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's hurting my bone. I didn't know I had one. Now I can feel one.
Yeah, now we're finding it.
It just grew.
The more you train, you will begin to discover, if you train correctly, you'll discover muscle groups that you didn't realize you had. Okay, so there's going to be times.
Into fat because we didn't have them.
So there'll be times you'll feel certain types of pain. So if you're ever watching my tutorials, you're on my live. If you're ever watching my tutorials and you felt something somewhere, definitely leave a comment. Let me know, and I'll let you know if it's a normal thing or if that's something you might want to get checked out based on how you're doing it. Also, make a video and tag me in it. You can do unlisted and then send me the link. I'll watch your video and I'll give you a critique on whatever is happening. Okay? Let's get it. Boom, boom.
All right, I gotta take this call.
Okay. 10.
But you're doing this like me, so
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 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 You only got one more. Let's make it count. Set up. Knees. You're there. Tighten your stomach. Bring your shoulders up. Do not give up. Do not give up, because now I'm going to count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Yo, you made it. All right. Get another water break, because we start moving now. Somebody made some sound back there, which actually made it pretty good.
I was waiting on that call. They was coming to get the ready for the girls.
Okay.
Did I come? I told them they should be ready about 5 or 6.
Somebody texted me something.
We still live?
Yes.
So what I've been feeling in my muscles is my lower stomach, my hamstrings, and my arms.
Okay, you said you're feeling it.
And my arms being worked at. It's definitely the thighs, the hamstrings, the lower abdominal, and the upper arms.
Save the challenge for the very last thing that we do. So it's either the last 10 minutes or the last 5 minutes, depending on how big that challenge is. Now, in the very first quarantine guru edition, I told you what I wanted you to get by yourself. So let's see how close we're all to that right now. Now, my mom is just joining in, so she doesn't really count in that official challenge, but okay. Now, a big thing dealing with movement is everything that my mom listed is what you need the most when it comes to you moving. So any movement genre, your quads, your hamstrings, definitely important. Always stretch. If you have foam rollers, if you need me to go over how to use the foam roller, let me know. I will do a tutorial on that one. It won't be a live, it'll be a straight tutorial on how to foam roll. But if you have a foam roller or a tennis ball, you want to definitely also roll out your muscles. So this is your hamstring, this is your IT band. If either one of these are tight, it causes more issues in your legs than you know. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this, definitely if you can put it in your budget, always get a massage. Like find a time to get a massage because the one thing that actually ruins most people's knees is actually a soleus muscle. It's in between your like I can't get the bones right now, but you got two bones in your legs right now. Sorry to all my professors who are probably like mad at me, but you have two bones in your legs right now that I cannot think about it. It's way too early. In between those bones is a muscle that goes along with your knee. So 9 times out of 10, you don't have a
femur bone.
No, this
Femur
is
is in your arm.
Now you got me really thinking. Hold on, I'm gonna
I
finish.
know because you said you couldn't remember. Now I feel like
Because right now I can't remember, but on a normal basis, you just ask me and I'll know it. Okay, so a lot of the times, a lot of the body issues you have is actually a muscle strain, and it's the weirdest muscle that you didn't need to think about. But if you ever got a massage, your body will be 20 times lighter. So definitely take time for yourself, massage your fingers. I'm not saying crack your knuckles, that's not it, but really take time to relax in those muscles. Okay, every time you train, doesn't matter what you're doing. So now it's time for the mini challenge before the challenge. We just worked on finding our balance, whether it was for the 10 count or the 5 count, or maybe you integrated it like my mom did and you only got up to like 8 or something. You still did it, and that's what's up. Now let's get it. So from right here, we're gonna go back to that find our balance. Now there's gonna be 2 variations to do this, because now we're gonna do bicycle crunches. There's 2 separate ways to do this. You can do one with your hands still on the ground and still get that workout, or you can attempt to do it with your legs, your hands off the ground. Okay? So let's go over how to get that. So we're here. You're gonna bring your legs up. This is why I said it doesn't matter if your legs are bent. For this, you're gonna flex your feet. Martial art edition, I'm gonna turn sideways. I want you to bend your toe back. Like basically it's sort of if the pedal of the bike is on the ball of your foot, bend your toes back. This way, when you walk, you're also doing some mini front kicks.
So for the non-martial artists, we're just keeping them flexed, and for you martial artists, we're doing the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one way. Okay, while you're here, boom. All right, that's way with here. When you're doing without your hands, and then we're gonna jump to just straight doing. When you're doing it without your hands.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go back and do them on your forearms?
I was here.
I know, but I'm asking you to lay back. I want you to feel something. Do them on your forearms. Put your legs out a little bit more, and now do it. You can still feel the stretch here.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can, and I want you
to. For me, so I know like that is a variation. The main reason I don't have that right now is because people tend to move outside their hip.
Okay, so am I right?
Was that your knee that cracked?
Did he ask an older person did they knee crack?
No, I had to make sure that was the knee and not the hip.
I don't know. They all crack on me.
Okay.
I can't tell you which one it was now because I didn't hear it. All right. So
I'll go over that. That looked good, but right now.
So then you show me a different variation from what you're actually doing for the younger ones.
Okay. You can do the forearm. You do the forearm.
Oh, okay.
For right now, because it seemed like for you, the way your body was laying, you didn't go outside your head.
Okay. So what I did was, I'm sorry. So instead of doing what he did, I lean back on my forearms and I keep my hands on my hips, and that way I don't come outside of my hips. And then I did it, and I can feel the stretch in my lower back, my abdomen, and my thighs.
Okay, yeah, that was not your hip. That was your knee. Cool.
Okay. So you trying it again?
Yeah, because it was if it was the hip, then that means you would have to change that. Okay, so something most people don't know, and this works because this is usually what happens in class. Somebody ends up asking a question, and I can break and answer. Things people don't know is when you move, either as a dancer. So most dancers have something called it's like a dancer's hip, but most people also have like popping hip syndrome and stuff like that. But when you move, if you move incorrectly, you actually dislocate your hip. And I'm not saying that you dislocate it where it's like, I can't walk anymore. It's you actually, your bone is a socket and it actually rolls outside. There's a lag. Right, it rolls out and then it comes right back in. So you end up damaging your body over time. So when you move, there's a lot about sitting into yourself, which is why dancers, when I keep telling you balance, hips over ankles. If your hips are over your ankle, there's a froze again. There we go. Okay, there's a freeze. There's a lag. So hip over ankle. If your hip is over your ankle, when you move, you're moving in that socket. And that's what you want to make sure you keep doing. Main reason I have you doing this, because you have to be in your socket in order to get that bicycle down. Okay, so now let's get it. Now you're here, hands up. For those of you, hands up, forearms or hands. For those of you, like all levels. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. And the way I'm counting that, it's every 2. So every time my right leg hits twice, that's a 1, 2. Okay? There we go. All right. We're keeping this simple. We only got 4 more. Let's go. Bring it up. Cool. Cool. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You only got 3 more. Now take a note. Did you lose it in your toes? Did you lose it in your stomach? Remember, failure is okay. A failure is when part of your body you lose control or focus or awareness of one part of your body, and then you build on to the next step. Okay, so, well, it's when you lose in the midst of motion. I'm sorry. My mind definitely this is just now. So it's failure is when that moment you lose control over one part of your body, even though you're still doing what you got to do. And we still only got 2 more. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So I know my limit, and this is my first day exercising straight through. So I'm done now, but I'm going to continue to stretch and keep the muscles moving while he continues to teach.
Yes. Last one. Let's make it count. Are you ready? I'm ready. We're up. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're almost done, and it's time for the overall challenge of the month. And then I go in and play with the nieces because they're pretty much about to wake up soon. Yeah. All right. One thing I'm going to say, so get a water break. Just listen as you get that water break. So one thing I'm going to say is the more you do things in this position, what tends to happen is people grip in their hip bone. I've done many dance styles. One of my love-hate relationships is Graham. Like, I love you. But yo, within that, there's a lot of contractions. There is a lot of like, yo, I love it, but at the same time, yo. And then I got to dance with like some Paul Taylor dancers, and that was a workout in itself. Greatest professors I've ever had, though. But yo, it's some work. What tends to happen is people grip in their hip. If you start to notice that you are gripping in your hip, right, then you have to start to adjust what you're doing. And if by adjust, that's spacing wise. But like that spacing again is iffy because some people will go outside the hip, but you want to adjust. So if you're here and you're really gripping in your hip bone, but you're not just trying to lift through your knee, which is going to be the easiest thing to do, just lift through the knee to actually go out, then stretch out a little bit and then keep it smaller, okay? But you want to get used to letting go of that. If you find that you're gripping in your hip a lot, then go back to the seal, the cobra, whatever like your sector calls it, But go back to this. And really focus on pushing your pelvic bone. Wait, there's a lag. Pushing your pelvic bone in the ground. So I want you to watch how I ended up coming up. Okay, as I go up, I'm already squeezing. In this moment, as soon as my chest starts to lift, I'm squeezing. So I squeeze up, there's a pause. Okay, I squeeze to keep it down on the ground. There's other ways to do it, but that is one of them. And throughout the week, I'll progress on how else to stretch the pelvic area. This is the very last thing that we're going to do today. After that, we all go. Okay, so we did a lot when it came to lifting our legs, working on our lower abdominals to control the leg. And I'm really big on using the lower abdominals because most people don't realize how to use it. And when you flip or you fight and or you dance, if you pick up, and a lot of dancers will say, move your pelvic floor. Move your pelvic floor, you gotta control that lower. So bring it up. If you pick it up, your body becomes lighter, becomes easier to control. Plus, if you're doing back tucks, that is your stomach. What we're now going to do is lift our tush off the floor as high as you can get it. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna have to walk your hands a little bit further back. Your legs will have to be straight for this. You're gonna use the counter. So I'm driving my heels into the ground, my hands into the ground, and I'm picking my pelvis as high as I can off the floor. So some of you probably only get that, and then you end up dropping, which is okay. But for those of you that can go all the way up, go as high as you can. Here we go. Up. Back down. Up. Back down. I said some won't get up. So
I didn't get up at all.
some won't get up. So if you find that it's hard for you to get up, because some won't get up, stretching your, like that high lift, so really get used to that high lift in your chest.
That's what I did.
Yep. Get used to that high lift in your chest because that is important. And squeeze your tush. So if you give yourself that proper high lift and you squeeze your tush, you're going to come off this high. Okay? So high lift and squeeze. Let's go. Up. Back down. Up. Now if you notice, I'm giving that high lift before I come off the floor. I'm contracting, high lift is still there, and then I settle down. Up. Back down. Once I get to my highest point, I tighten my stomach. Up. Back down. Last one. Up. Back down. All right. Whew. Ooh, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. That was working on bis and tris. That was working on the tris just now. It's like an backwards variation of a push-up, which is also known as a dip. So you're working on that dip. You're working on moving your pelvic floor. That exact same position is how you train for a layout, gymnast layout, which freaks me out. Your body has to be straight, and you have to spot your toes going over your face. And I'm like, I am not used to that. No. But anyway, everything I teach you on the floor is something that you can take to the air. And again, when we have a nicer day, and I notice, like I watch the population because the park's right up my house when the population is really, really small. I'll then go out and you'll get to see me flip on everything that we have worked on throughout this, but that really won't be till the end of like the beginning of next month. Okay, to officially finish out, that was the last bit of the training. The overall goal this training session is to pick your entire body up. Now again, my mom doesn't count in this, she did just start, but if you have been actively training everything I've done within the past movement gurus, you have the leg lift, boom, the pelvic shift, okay? And then as you're doing that, you still gotta push up. So as I'm here, boom, I bring myself to. So even if for some reason you get this, you got up. And I'm happy with that. Okay. Another thing to keep in mind is that the wider your body goes, the easier it is to control you. So with my legs open, boom. The challenge is to close your legs.
I used to do that.
Okay, and I'm gonna let you know on that one. I actually dropped as soon as I closed my legs. That wasn't me letting go. I literally just dropped. So the challenge is closing. When your body is here, you become heavy. So it takes more strength to control your body. When you are almost off. When you're wide, your body's lighter and able for you to control it. All right. Normally I leave this time period for anyone with questions, but I'm quite sure like there's a whole lag thing going on. So as always, I mean, I do see one person on. That one person, do you have any questions? I'll give you some time. Everybody else grab the water.
Is this a muscle or fat?
Both. It's muscle that needs to be toned.
I noticed it sticking out like it was swollen. Is that a pregnant belly right there on her thigh?
She has some strong leg muscles. All right. No, there is. I can't wait for Tuesday. Tuesday's leg day.
No.
Okay, so.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
Oh man, I miss my students so much. All right, so as always, I'm DaBiscuite. I'm helping you train as you help me spread the campaign. My campaign is Be Miles Morales. If you care to donate, because I can definitely use the help, there are the donate links in my description below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you when I see you.
Be well.
Later.
Yeah, so all of the churches, because now Prophet Jenkins is